Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
A major agreement has been finalized between the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union and the Wyndham Nassau Resorts. Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Weekend Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. As always, it's great to have you ending your weekend with us. Topping the news this evening, the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union confirmed to ZNS News that the union is pleased that an agreement has been reached with the Wyndham Nassau Resort on voluntary packages, early retirement, and hotel operations during the Wyndham's 6-week closure in September. Earlier this month, union members were irate when announcing the hotel's September closure. Management also offered early retirement and voluntary separations packages. This led to intense negotiations with the union and management brought together by the government. Cyan Thompson spoke with the union's Secretary General about the agreement earlier today and has tonight's top story.
After 2 meetings, including an intervention from Prime Minister Christie, officials of the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union and the Wyndham Nassau Resort are content with the agreement that will lay out how workers will be paid for voluntary separation packages, early retirement, and how the 6-week closure of the Wyndham will work. Hotel Union Secretary General Darren Woods is now satisfied members will get a fair share.
As it relates to the packages across the board, we were able to get that pretty much stopped on just to persons who were interested. As it relates to persons who were close to retirement or persons with health challenges, those persons, and as it relates to those packages, we were able to get, in some cases, the packages improved by some $3,000.
So far, the hotel union, which represents some 600 workers at the Wyndham, can't yet verify how many members signed up for the hotel's voluntary separation package offer.
When we looked at the numbers initially, there was like 11 persons who were on the list, but we understand that some other persons would have come forward who were interested. So the total numbers up to this point, we can't say exactly who they are, but we are in consultation with management because they are providing us with the list. So we'll know by tomorrow exactly the total complement of persons who would have taken the package.
While reaching an agreement after days of negotiating, Woods has a tally of workers who will maintain the 550-room resort during the temporary closure.
At this point, I'd like to say that the laundry, some of the persons in housekeeping, the energy plant, those areas will remain open. And there's a small crew from the engineering department who will also be working during the closure. And as it relates to housekeeping, some persons have to remain behind in order to close up and then come back before the opening.
The union is hoping for a concrete agreement before the Wyndham 6-week closure in September. Cyan Thompson, ZNS News.
With Bahama Resorts celebrating a milestone earlier this month, construction of the multi-billion-dollar resort is well on its way to completion in late 2014. But many ask, can Bahama and Atlanta's resorts coexist? Atlanta's Senior Vice President of Public Affairs and Retail Services, Ed Fields, strongly thinks so. The hotel executive spoke with reporters at the Cove Atlantis yesterday and agrees that while both mega resorts can coexist, the name of the game is competition.
We are going to be in a more competitive market, and that just means that our executive team, our management team, our staff have to work a little bit harder to make sure the product that you're experiencing this weekend is to such a level that we can exist in a competitive market.
And as the summer months traditionally equal vacation, Mr. Fields says Bahamians can also enjoy the Atlantis experience instead of traveling abroad.
For Bahamians who want to come to the dig, there's one rate. For non-Bahamians who want to come to the dig, there's a higher rate. If Bahamians want to come to the water park, there's one rate. For non-Bahamians, there's a different rate. So we have never, ever made any allusion to the fact that we welcome Bahamians here. It's just that you have to check in and, hey, you're a guest. It's that simple. You know, most people, they pack up their kids, they get the luggage, they get the rental car, they got the hotel, they got the thing, they go to Disney World. It's cheaper to come here, okay? But, you know, we don't have the shopping. You know, we don't have the Belts outlet mall.
When we come back, a 14-year-old boy becomes one of the country's youngest entrepreneurs. That story and more coming up.